All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome everybody to our debate today with a round of applause. Yay, debate. All right, so we would like to first welcome Brett as the first speaker for the government with a speech not to exceed 3 minutes. Mr. Speaker, will you please take your place at the mic? Thank you. And Mr. Timekeeper, each time we start a new speech, I'm going to say, are you ready? Okay, so, all right, and then we'll just make sure everything is fine. Now, Brett, please watch these two gentlemen over here for your time. Are you okay looking all the way over, or should I have them scooch? You're not on camera, guys. I mean, if you sit like right there, you might be, but it's just a little bit back your head. Just so that he doesn't have to look too far over. There you go. Okay. Just so, for Brett's advantage. You're not in my way, I promise. You're not in the way. All right, so Mr. Timekeepers, or Timekeepers, are you ready? Yes? Okay, Mr. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and begin.
Hello, my name is Brett Miller. I am the Prime Minister, and this is my partner Flora, and we represent the government. We would like to thank the opposition for being here today with us in this debate, and I would also like to thank the timekeeper, the judge, and the audience for being here as well. Our topic is, all international students should or should not take American history, and we as the government have taken the side that they should take this class. Now, our first point is that learning other countries' histories will help to understand the culture. So, because international students here at St. Paul interact with students from the United States, they learn a lot from them, and they may learn a lot from them, they may not learn a lot from them. They also interact with them in sports, extracurriculars, school studies, and they just spend a lot of time with a lot of American students. They also could spend time with their own students from their own countries, but to learn American history would help them to understand the upbringing from the American student standpoints. They could learn how they learn, how they grow up, what things they've learned from growing up, and they could maybe understand some things from what American history teaches. So, and our second point is that they can learn from what our history is from their history. They can compare histories to their own American history to their own country's history. So histories from some countries are very different than other countries. So, and for example, if you look at World War I, Germany will say different things about the United States than the United States will say about itself. Germany has a different point of view from things such as war than other countries do. So if you look at the history of one country, it'll be very different than, say, a history from China. So the histories are very different. So to review, learning other histories will help you understand the culture, and our second point was histories from some countries may differ from histories from another country. So those are the first 2 points. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here, opposition. We are the government. Thank you, audience. Thank you, judge. Thank you, timekeeper. And vote for the government.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you very much. And time, please, timekeeper.
Plus 6 seconds.
I'm sorry?
Plus 6 seconds.
Plus 6
seconds short of 3 minutes.
6 seconds short of 3 minutes.
2 minutes,
So
2:54
seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 2:54. Maybe it'd be helpful if you did it the other way then for your sake. But yes, okay, spoke for 2:54. Now, gentlemen, will you please put about 1 minute on the clock for Abby to prepare her arguments, please? Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. All right, let us welcome Miss Abby with a round of applause, please, as the second speaker, but the first speaker for the opposition. Again, with a speech that should not exceed more than 3 minutes. And please make sure, Miss Abby, that you watch our two gentlemen for your time, okay? Mr. Timekeeper or Keepers, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Miss Speaker, as long as that's on and you're ready. I was gonna say, you don't have to hold on to, unless you prefer to.
Yeah.
You prefer to. Okay, that's fine. All right, whenever you're ready then, you may begin.
Okay. Hello, my name is Abby Rankin. I am the leader of opposition. I would like to thank my partner Melody, and I would also like to thank the government for being here. I would like to thank the audience, timekeeper, and judge for being here. Our topic today is that all international students should or should not take American history, and we, as the opposition, are on the side of students should not have to take American history. Brett's first point was that learning other countries' history could help improve, learning American history could help improve the knowledge of American history instead of just your home country history. But we would like to say, for our first point, that we can learn American history in other ways than just taking a class. You could learn American history from visiting a museum about American history. So we believe that if you would like to learn history over American history, you could take the class as an option instead of a mandatory class. So if also, on the first point, instead of taking American history, other students could take classes such as math or English if they struggle in those. But if they also previously have a lot of knowledge over American history, it should be an option if they would like to take American history. Brett's second point was that our American history versus home country's history can help to compare each other's histories against each other. But we would also like to add on that and say that yes, it could help to compare histories if you do not have already previous knowledge over American history. But if you are an international student who already has knowledge over American history, you would not need to compare each other's history. And also, if the history of your home country is already similar to American history, you could already have an idea of what that history could be like. For an example, the history of America, it can be compared to histories of other countries and other countries that were developed at the same time as America. Sometimes the history of those countries can run together, so we wouldn't want to overstudy one history. Again, I would like to thank the government for being here. I'd like to review our points. We could learn American history in other ways.
Oh, stop, please. Okay, let's give a round of applause. Thank you very much. And I'm assuming then that's 3 minutes even? Okay, thank you very much.
I put up the one that he meant I was only at 1 minute, but I think he meant that I only have 1 minute left.
It's counting down. It's
Okay,
3, 2,
I'm sorry.
1. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please put 1 minute on the clock for Flora to plan her arguments, I would appreciate it.
How many? I'm sorry.
1 minute on the clock, please. Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give a round of applause to Flora as she is going to give the second speech for the government, which should also not exceed 3 minutes. Okay, remember to watch the gentleman for your time. Timekeepers, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, Ms. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hi, I'm Flora Yu, MMG. I would like to thank you to my partner Brad for being here. I'd like to thank you, the opposition team, judge, and the timekeeper and audience for being here. Today, we as government debate our international students should or should not have to take American history. And our position is our international students should have to take American history. And our first point is because it's for international students understand the culture more, and so we need to learn American history. But the opposition team said they can learn the American history as an option, or they can go to museum to learn the American history. So we think going to museum to learn American history is not enough for the international students to learn it. It's just, you can just learn part of the knowledge from the museum, not all. And our second point is we compare international students learning American history can compare to their own country's history, like when they learn American history in their country. So the opposition team, they say international students already have American history knowledge in their home country. So it might be similar to the American history class in American, so they don't need to overstudy this. But as we government think we need to, for example, in China, Chinese history was talk about lots of war with Japan, and we will say Japan is like did really bad thing to Chinese, so we start the war with them. Then, but in Japan's history book, Japanese people will say because Chinese people did lots of bad things to them, so they start the war with the Chinese people. So we couldn't like just know the history only you learn in your home country. We need to learn the American history. Also.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you very much. And I'm assuming that's right at 3 minutes then. Okay, thank you very much. All right, if you could please put another 1 minute on the clock, gentlemen, for Melody to prepare her arguments. Thank you.
Time.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Melody with a nice warm round of applause as the second speaker for the opposition, with also a speech not to exceed 3 minutes. So please watch the gentleman for your time. Mr. Timekeepers, are you ready? Yes? Okay. Whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hi, I'm Melody, and I'm the member of opposition. And I want to thanks for my partner Abby. Thanks for the government for coming here. Thanks the judge, the timekeeper, and the audience. Today our topic is all international should or should not take American history class. And as an opposition side, we are all international should not take American history class. The government said that if we learn American history, we can learn more culture from different countries. And our side fight that it's an option, like to take it or not to take it. And they said that going to a museum to learn American history is not enough, and probably we can only learn a part of American history. And so we fight that we can, like in museum, there's tour, and also we can learn American history from TV shows and movie, and it's a more interesting way. They said the second point, they said that learning American history can compare our own country's history to American history. And we find that we already have American's history knowledge in our own country. Like, so the government said that they learn history in their own country, that like if Chinese fight with Japanese, Chinese will say that Japanese is bad, and Japanese will say that Chinese is bad. And so from our point, we think that we don't want, like some people may not want to learn American history from the point of view of America, and we can learn history in our own country. So our first point is that we can learn American history from tour in museum and TV shows and movie. And the second point is that we don't, like some people don't want to learn American history from the point of view from America. So I would like to thanks for my partner and the government, the judge, the timekeeper, and the audience. Please vote for the opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you very much. And time, please? 2:56. 2:36. 2:36. Okay, thank you. 2:36. Will you gentlemen please put 1 more minute on the clock? Remember, Abby, we're coming back to you for this next speech. Okay, 1 minute. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and welcome Abby back for the final speech of the opposition, please, with a round of applause. And please remember, both timekeepers and speaker, this is only a 2-minute speech this time. Okay, gentlemen, only 2 minutes, so make sure you watch those hand signals. All right, Mr. Timekeeper, are you ready? Excellent. Whenever you're ready, then, Madam Speaker, Miss Speaker, you can begin.
Okay. Hello again. I'm Abby Rankin. I would like to thank my partner Melody. I'd like to thank the government. I would like to thank the timekeeper, judge, and audience. Again, I would like to state our side of the debate. We are on the side that international students should not have to take an American history class. To expand on what Melody said from our first point, she said that we can learn from a tour or TV shows or movies more about American history. I would like to expand on that, saying some kids do not pay attention in American history classes, that history classes may not hold their attention, and that these students that do not hold the attention in American history classes may want to learn about history in other ways, such as documentaries. They want to be more hands-on learners, visual learners. On our second point, Melody said that some people do not want to learn from the point of view of an American history book. I would like to state that in Taiwan, students learn a vast American history, have vast American history knowledge. They already have previous unbiased knowledge of American history, so they may not want to come here and learn the same things that they've already learned. To repeat, or to go over what we said, to go over what the opposition has pointed out, we could learn from our own ways of learning for American history, and that some people already have a knowledge of this. I would like to thank the timekeeper, the judge, the government, my partner Melody, and the audience. Please vote for the opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, Mr. Timekeeper.
155.
1:55. Thank you very much. Okay, all right, one more time. Would you please put 1 minute on the clock, thank you, for Brett to prepare his final arguments. And thank you, gentlemen, for timing today. We appreciate it. Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Brett for the final speech of the debate today. With a warm welcome. Let's give him a round of applause. And please to remind both the speaker and the timekeeper again that this speech should only last 2 minutes in length, please. I need you to take your spot at the microphone, please, Mr. Speaker. Okay. Mr. Timekeeper, are you ready? Yes? Okay. Mr. Speaker, then, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hello, I am Brett Miller. I am the Prime Minister. I'd like to thank my partner, Flora. I would like to thank the opposition for being here for this debate. I would like to thank the judge, timekeeper, audience for being here as well. We are the government. Our topic for debate today is whether international students should or should not take American history. And we, as the government, have taken the side to say that international students should take this class. Our first points were to understand the culture better of the United States. International students should take American history. It'll help them interact with American students and see the American history from the standpoint of Americans. Our second point was to compare the American history to the history learned from other countries. So they may differ, and they can understand that better if they took this class. So in this last speech, Abby said that TV shows, movies, and tours would help them understand better, but TV shows and movies may not be as accurate as people say they are, and they may be over-dramatized. So they may not be as accurate for the history, and also they might not learn as much as a class would. Abby also said that students may not focus in American history, but it should be students' jobs to focus in class, no matter what class it is. But to focus in class, to learn the history, learn whatever subject it is, and that's their job. Their second point, they said some Taiwan students have a vast knowledge of American history, but some might not focus in that class either, and they might have a basic knowledge. So we said that they should learn from our American history class to. Thank you for everyone for coming.
Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause, and we'll put that one right at 2 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for everybody who did this today. Good job. All right, thank you. Now, speakers, let me just turn off my